everybody. I'm going to be making a lemon poppy seed bundt cake today. It's a very fresh and delicious cake, kind of old school. Anything involving the word bundt to me is an old school cake. I think it's a really pretty design. I've got my bundt pan right here that I've sprayed. I'm actually going to dust it with flour as well to give it extra insurance that my cake doesn't stick. But right now, I'm just going to get started on making this cake. So my first step is to cream together 1 cup of unsalted butter. I've got 2 1/4 cups of granulated sugar. So I'm just creaming this for about 3 to 4 minutes until it gets nice and light and fluffy. We're almost there. That is looking nice. So I have nicely creamed my butter, and my next step is to add my 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda into my 3 cups of flour. Just give that a nice little mix. So I've got my flour mixture ready to go. The next step is I have got 1 cup of buttermilk. Here's the thing, I didn't actually have any buttermilk in the fridge, but I did have milk. So what I did was I took 1 cup of 1% milk and I just put a tablespoon of lemon juice in my milk. Basically, it curdles it and it makes it buttermilk. So now I have buttermilk. And the other thing I did was I added my 1/4 cup of poppy seeds. FYI, poppy seeds that we grew ourselves. So the benefit is beautiful poppies all summer and then delicious seeds all winter. What I did was I added my poppy seeds to my buttermilk mixture, basically to soak them. They've only been soaking for about 20-25 minutes maybe. I've done a little research and it turns out that soaking the poppy seeds is a good thing to do rather than just throwing them in with the dry ingredients. So that's what I've done. I have got 3 tablespoons of lemon zest. Some of this lemon zest I freshly zested with the 2 lemons I had. I needed a little bit more though, and so here's the thing. When you have a lemon in your home ever, always zest it, and you can just put it into the freezer. I was able to top up my fresh lemon zest with frozen lemon zest, which was awesome. Same thing for lemon juice. If you find you squeeze a lemon and you don't need all the juice, just freeze it in an ice cube. Then you always have lemon juice on hand. I'm just gonna add that into my buttermilk mixture and 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. And I'm just going to put that aside. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my eggs in one at a time. I have 3 large eggs. I'm just going to beat it for about half a minute. Nice and fluffy. So the next step is to add my dry ingredients. I'm just going to scrape the sides down of my bowl. Always a good idea to do that. So you can see my egg, butter, and sugar mix is looking sweet. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my flour and my liquid in alternating portions. So I'm going to add some flour, mix it, add some liquid, mix it, add some flour, mix, liquid, and then so we're beginning and we're ending with flour. So I'm going to start with about 1/4 of the flour mixture here. We don't want to beat it or anything, we just want to mix it at this point. So I'm going to add about 1/3 of this mixture. Give that a little mix. I just have to show this to you now. It looks so nasty. But it's going to taste so good. It's going to taste so good. And I'm really glad that I soaked those poppy seeds. And the last of the flour is going in now. Doesn't that look great? Oh, this looks awesome. Really, really good. I'm just going to give my prepared pan a little dusting of flour here. Put a little flour, and then I'm just going to knock it around a little bit, just so I am ensured that I'm giving it an extra chance to not get all sticky in there. It's the worst when you've made a beautiful cake and it gets ruined because you can't get it out of the dang pan. Feeling pretty confident that this is not going to stick. So you can see what I've just done there. I've completely floured the entire inner chamber of my bundt pan. Now I'm just going to pour my batter into the bundt. It's very thick, so it's really almost more, not a pour, but more of a having to spoon it in. Oh, it's going to be great. I'm excited. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to smooth it into my pan. I want to make sure it's somewhat even. My bundt lemon poppy seed cake, well, my oven's ready, is now ready to go in the oven. It's not filled all the way to the top, which is good because this will rise. We never want our cakes to overflow into the oven. So I'm just going to pop this into my 325-degree oven for about 1 hour to 1 hour 15. I will be back for the next step. Okay, I'm now going to make the syrup for this lemon poppy seed cake. So I've combined my 1/4 cup of water and my 1/4 cup of granulated sugar in this little wee saucepan here. I'm bringing it to a boil, and then I'm going to add the lemon juice when I take it off the heat. So I'm back. All I need to do now is just add my lemon juice into this boiling hot syrup. Stir it up. Oh, it smells good. Fresh lemon juice. And now what I've got a cookie sheet that I have put a piece of wax paper on. So I have my cake, which is still warm, but it's clearly not hot because I'm holding it. I'm just going to invert this onto this cookie sheet. That is a thing of beauty, isn't it? I'm very happy that it didn't stick. It's looking brown and beautiful and just perfect, if I don't say so myself. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little brush and I'm just going to soak my cake in this syrup. So it's just going to add some moisture and a little extra sweetness. What's up, Theo? You okay? This is looking mighty fine. Oh, now I'm just gonna let this cake come to room temperature, and then we'll do the next step, which is the glaze. All right, so I am now ready to do the last step of this lemon poppy seed bundt cake. What I have here is 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, freshly squeezed, and I'm going to add it to 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix this up. And what you doing? I decided to just make it up right here in the little pourable measure because I'm actually going to pour it onto my cake. Here is my beautiful cake. Just a gorgeous bundt. Now I'm just going to pour the glaze on top. So you want to just pour it all the way around. So it's going to naturally just start dripping down the sides. I think that just about does it. How does that look? Not bad. So there you have it. It's a beautiful lemon poppy seed bundt cake. This would be lovely served with an afternoon tea or a coffee. I just think it's quite beautiful. The way the icing is all cascading down the edges of that cake. It's gorgeous. So yeah, so just head on over to www.bakewithmetv.com to grab the recipe and let me know if you try it. Cheers! Have a happy Saturday!